Yeah, I know. The PFLAN buff got nerfed, Aqua. I'm not thrilled about that. It's well, let's talk about it for just a second, right? Following the balance adjustment on 9/12, we had gathered various opinions from our heirs. After careful review, we have decided to exclude this hero from the adjustments initially planned for the 12th. Dear Epic 7, we appreciate the interest and support of our heirs. With these balance changes, we plan to implement 6 heroes, 2 artifacts. With this balance change, we've made some heroes. Okay, so they scrapped it, guys. The people that are obsessed with a ineffective 2021 style way of playing Pirate Captain Flan, the 1 or 2 people that still were actually using her and almost sometimes maybe winning with her, got their way, and now this C tier unit who sees 0 play in Epic 7 statistically, she is the 133rd most picked unit. That means 132 units were drafted more often than her last season. That's practically Sigrid's draft rate, guys. She wasn't being used, and the handful of people that said this ruins her for RTA, she was already ruined for RTA. Her kit was outdated, and what do you do with an outdated kit? You update it. Death Dealer Ray had an outdated kit. Destina had an outdated kit. Charlotte had an outdated kit. Every single person that cried and complained about the changes to that kit were proven wrong. I love the DDR outrage, and man, those comments about how he's useless now and his kit's ruined, those didn't age well, did they? Neither did Destina. So yeah, it kind of sucks that this happened for the reason it happened. I am actually kind of happy that it happened because of what I think she might have done to the game, right? I was not looking forward to fighting Flan and DDR. I was not looking forward to fighting Flan being backed up by Landy or Solitaria or Bellion or any other unit that spammed extra attacks. We're already in a very, very heavy control meta, and having this unit roll in with even more control and the inability to resist the control, because most cleanses, now, not all, but many cleanses are backed up by buffs. I don't know, it just looked really, really disgustingly toxic to fight. And on top of it, they made her an insane nuking damage dealer. If there were 2 bombs on a unit, she could kill any unit in the game with an attack buff. And without an attack buff, she could kill, like, any unit in the game that isn't named, like, ML Senya, right? It's crazy the amount of damage her S1 could do into a defense break. And I know there was some RNG on it, but 75%, you really want to bank that you're just going to 25% resist instant death to any unit on your team? So, it's probably a good thing. It's probably good it's not happening, because you would have seen this unit drafted in just about every single fight. Now, it's sad, because this unit goes back to being drafted, like, practically never. The 1 or 2 people that still picked her and somehow eked out a above 50% win rate. I'm sure there's at least 3 people out there that picked this unit with above a 50% win rate. Those people are probably happy now because they can go back to using their 2021 style play and enjoy their time in Masters and Challenger. Because Flan is staying absolutely the same. At least the other 4 units have a shot at being moved from the C tier up to higher tiers and being usable. I dislike that we're taking a unit out of play, right? She was not in play before, suddenly she was in play, now she's back out of play. We're in a period of time where diversity in RTA is the biggest complaint. And people are so sick of fighting the same 8 to 12 units over and over and over again. And this patch focused on that biggest complaint. It focused on taking completely unplayed out of the meta units and giving them a shot at being playable and in the meta. Just like the EE for Spectre Tenebria is centered around giving her a more diverse set of builds and options and synergy to try to see if they could nudge her back into gameplay. They're trying to give us more than just 8 to 12 units to watch. So it's kind of sad that we're losing that, but I'm also glad I don't have to deal with it now. I'm mostly sad that this happened for the wrong reasons. This happened because people thought one of the most insane buffs that we've seen since Death Dealer Ray was somehow a nerf. And I got nothing to say to those people. It just makes me wonder if when their mothers gave birth to them, they had a clumsy nurse handle them. I just don't understand how people can look at this kit and see anything but a staggeringly impressive buff.
This show how we, SGs, removing one unit from a small balance patch, not double down on the idea of the buff and add something more, and not even trying to change the current flan.
I'm not going to go so far as to call them weak on this. They have had a rough time lately, if you hadn't noticed. In the morale and PR department from the overwhelming consensus on the stove post was from a bunch of people who don't know how to play RTA or were parroting what other people told them to say. The overwhelming consensus was negative. If you were Smilegate and you looked at the stove post, you would take it as a pretty strong community snapshot that this is not wanted, and they don't want to ram something down our throats that's not wanted. It's bad for morale, and they're kind of in the middle of a period of time where morale was really low. Now, they have just reversed that, right? Morale is skyrocketing right now with this anniversary, with this event, and everything that's going on, and they don't want to lose that momentum by doing anything that's going to upset the community. So they put this out to try to satisfy the handful of people who are still angry about this, right? Putting out fires where they can. Hopefully the other patches will be nice, but man, I was looking forward to doing horrible things to people. I love playing Control and I hate playing against it. I think this would have been the unit everybody complained about. This would have been the new DDR. Not just the new DDR, but run with DDR. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, all of these posts are pretty, well, now some people are saying they want the buffs retained. You know, people are starting to see the light and understand how things are going, right? Poor Smilegate. They can't win. They can't win. No matter what they do, Stove's gonna be mad at them. Now I have no reason to build my Pirate Flan. Yep, mine gets to stay on the bench too, Schlong Dolphin. Reddit was melting too. Yeah, Reddit's only slightly smarter than Stove in most of their takes. Yeah, Rimuru is an entire meta, and it turns your entire team into a pack of Rimurus. Not to mention, do you have any idea how much damage her S1 would do? Let's give her, let's go conservative. Let's give her 3,000 attack, right? And we'll give her an attack buff, sure, why not? And we're gonna have not two burns. We'll have 2 bombs on there, right? Yeah, so 2 bombs right now, she does 14k damage with her S1, right? 14k damage with her S1. If she stuck a defense break, 23,209 damage. She one-shots anything that has 2 bombs on it. Even if it's only 1 bomb, 13,500 damage is enough to kill most landies. It'll at least cripple something to the point that the poor stunned unit that doesn't get to take a turn will get killed by something else. God forbid you put a burn on there with it, you're up to 17,000. 1 burn, 1 bomb. 2 burns and a bomb, now she's one-shotting anything in the game that's not named ML Senya. And people said her S1 was a nerf, and that she didn't need a defense, that the defense break did nothing for her. Madness. Absolute madness. And then some people are like, just let her keep the extra turn. Can you imagine this plus the extra turn? So you get this right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, you get to drop 13,500 damage onto something, then CR push your entire team up? Oh my god. People were crazy. It's probably for the best it's gone. It's probably for the best that it's not happening so that we don't have to deal with it. I just think it sucks that it happened because people thought it was a nerf. Just shows a profound lack of understanding of how this game is played.